The Athenian Treasury at Delphi was constructed by the Athenians to house dedications made by their city and citizens to the sanctuary of Apollo. The entire treasury, including its sculptural decoration, is built of Parian marble. Its date of construction is disputed. Scholarly opinion ranging from 510 to 480 BCE. Pausanias mentions the building in his account of the sanctuary, claiming that it was dedicated from the spoils of the Battle of Marathon, fought in 490 BCE. The building was excavated by the French school at Athens, led by Pierre de la Costa Messalier, and reconstructed from 1903 to 1906. The structure is still visible in situ, although the metopes are reproductions. The originals are kept in the Museum of Delphi. Metopes. The 30 metopes of the treasury, 67 centimeters tall and 62 to 64 centimeters wide, 9 along the long sides and 6 along the short, depicted the labors of Heracles and Theseus. This is the earliest surviving juxtaposition of the two. Thesene metopes include Theseus and Athena, Theseus and Sinis, Theseus and the Crommyonian So, Theseus and Sciron, Theseus and Procrustes, Theseus and the Bull of Marathon, Theseus and the Minotaur, Theseus and the captive Amazon. Heraclean metopes include Heracles and the Nemean lion, Heracles and the Cerenean hind, Heracles and the centaur, Heracles and Cycnus, Heracles and Orthrus. Geryon. Cows at Geryon. Inscription. The platform upon which the treasury stands has a prominent inscription on its south face. It is dated internally to post-490 BCE. Alpha theta epsilon mu alpha iota omicron iota tau omicron iota alpha pi omicron lambda lambda omicron nu iota alpha pi omicron mu epsilon delta omicron nu alpha kappa rho omicron theta iota nu iota alpha tau epsilon sigma mu alpha rho alpha theta omicron nu iota mu alpha chi epsilon sigma. The Athenians dedicated this to Apollo as first fruits from the Persians at the Battle of Marathon. The date of construction. The ancient writer and traveler Pausanias was emphatic that the Athenian treasury was built, meaning financed from the spoils from the landing of the Persian general Datis at Marathon. This means that of date later than 490 BCE, after the Battle of Marathon, and accounting for time of construction, would be acceptable to Pausanias. Despite being a primary source, Pausanias on occasion may have been misguided or misinformed, and classical scholars still maintain the date debate. John Boardman notes that, on a purely archaeological, architectural and stylistic grounds, the treasury has appeared to many scholars to date to around 500 BCE, and some would put it earlier. Recent findings compiled by University of Chicago professor Richard T. Neer, referencing excavations from 1989, advocate the later date. A ledge of 0.30 meters in width projects from the treasury's stereobate along its south side only, and that this ledge helps to support the Marathon base. In other words, the plan of the treasury takes the base into account from the earliest phase of construction. The two structures are thus integral, and both must date after the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE. With this archaeological datum, the chronology of the Athenian treasury must be considered settled.